So I attempted to swap in wing windows on my electric doors, and I ran into a few problems, so I'll go over those today. The first issue that I had was the regulators are different. The automatic one has 2 arms and a way longer sort of rest here that the window actually screws into. So I had to take the old manual regulator. This whole piece was originally on here, and it was riveted in, so I drilled it out and then drilled out the one on here and swapped them and just kind of bolted it in, and it actually fits and it works. But as soon as you roll it up with the actual wing window in, it gets stuck about 3/4 of the way up. So you can see the wing windows in and the windows in, as well as everything's all screwed in together. And when I try to roll it up, it gets stuck about there. And before I had the wing window in, it went up all the way. So I'm pretty sure that something in the wing window, the track that comes down, I'm pretty sure it's hitting, because this has if you can see the second arm in there, like the sort of pivoting arm that pivots on this point here, this one looks like it's maybe hitting it somehow. After rewatching the video, I saw that the arm on the regulator hits this little piece here that screws into the side of the door, and when you're rolling it up, why it was getting stopped was the little arm was just getting caught right in between, right in here. So to get around that, you could either cut this off here, cut this whole little piece off, or just trim that whole arm off on the electric regulator. So that first issue is not too bad. You could probably fix it by moving stuff around in there, maybe trimming it a little bit. But next, with the full glass window, the mirrors are pushed way farther forward than the factory wing window setup, which the mirrors are about here. So when you try to open the wing window, it hits and it doesn't go all the way open. So when you're driving, it only is about halfway open, and that's just completely missing you. So you won't get much airflow. You can see where the mirror is. It's about 6 inches away from the edge of the door. And on the factory wing window doors, the mirror is way farther out over here. So this door doesn't have the mirror, but you can see where the holes were. It's way farther away from the edge of the door. It's about a little over a foot. So if you want, you can drill new holes and move your mirror, or you can deal with it not fully opening. So yeah, again, this issue here with the not opening all the way is not too big of a deal. I would definitely deal with it, but the next issue is what made me not be able to complete it. With these factory door panels, they're pretty thick up at the top, so you can see right here that there's not much room between this little knob and the actual door. So if you try to put this on, it's just way too big and won't fit underneath there. You can see with it kind of mocked up, it's fitting over here, but it's just not a chance gonna fit. If you have a different door panel, maybe the thinner one with the automatic windows with like the tiny little switch down over here, it might fit underneath, but for this one, it doesn't look like it's gonna fit. There is the option to put in another door panel in here that'll fit up in here, but then you'll have to find a spot to put your window switches and all of that. So that is another option. So this is how I had it set up in the door. You can see I modified this regulator here with this piece to fit this window, because this regulator here originally had this on it, which connected at these 2 points there. And this piece is the one that fits onto the big window. So that one goes like that and fits onto that. So I drilled out the 2 little rivets that it had. Looked like this, drilled them out and swapped them just with a bolt so I could get them off, and then just attached it here. So if you're going to be doing this, you'll need to probably cut this whole thing right here. So you can see what I have here is just all the original little parts inside, like the little plastic circle, the spring, and the washer. And I just replaced it with a bolt with a nut on it instead of just having a rivet there. And it works the same way. So yeah, this allows you to use the electric motor with the 3/4 glass. You just have to drill out the rivets, you can see right here, and then take it off and put in your new little guard. So here's how it looks with the other one on, how it's supposed to look. You can see it's a lot longer and it's connected on 2 of the points, and these both move. So if you were to do this would definitely take a lot of modifying of parts and whatnot, but in the end, I don't think it'd be too big of a deal if you knew what you're getting into. Getting a new door panel, switching the mirror location, and fixing and cutting kind of the part of the track that interferes with the wing window guide that sort of hits up there. It should be pretty easy to get automatic roll up plus the wing windows, but I decided not to go through with all that because I wanted to keep my original door panel and I don't want to move my mirror either. So I just decided to keep it like this.